They talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness. They talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness, talking all of this madness. They talking all of this madness.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Matt Madness Network. I'm your host for tonight, Alo Aaron Lloyd. Welcome back, everybody. Clap it up, clap it up. All right. So next to me is not Eric Scott Trembicki. This is my good friend John Waller. John, how you doing? Welcome, John.
I'm doing good, brother. How's everybody doing, man? Glad to be here, man.
Yes, thank you. All right, so John, before we get started, tell everybody about yourself a little bit.
Hey, man, John Wilder, man, Delaware, down in Smyrna. How's everybody doing? A little bit about me. Work at State Farm, just a regular guy, Jake from State Farm. Got a beautiful wife that I live here with, from a 2-year-old son, 1-year-old daughter. Just ready to talk some wrestling, ready to get into the Summerslam pay-per-view, man. Let's get it.
All right, so everybody watches wrestling differently. So what are you into? I know you're in WWE guy. Do you watch AEW, NXT? Do you watch TNA?
Man, I've been watching WWE for the past 30 years, man. Faithful, loyal fan of WWE. Shout out to AEW. Not a hater. Don't get around to watching the production too often, but love what they do. In-ring is beautiful. Big TNA wrestling fan. Love what they're doing with NXT. That's huge. But yeah, man, I've been rocking out with WWE for the past 30 years, man. So that's where I'm always at. That's where my love is. I'm big into the story of WWE. I know most people think, we watch it for just the action, but the storytelling is what drives me, man. I've been loving it.
All right. Well, this is how I feel about AEW.
I ain't mad at you, brother. Like I said, I just wanted to show some love to him, but I hear you.
now, I do give them credit where it's due. I'm a fair and honorable man. I give them credit where it's due. They've won my match of the years on numerous occasions.
Okay.
They've won my wrestlers of the year on numerous occasions.
Okay.
But everything they got going on over there don't be making sense.
So that's why I can't get into it, man. That's why I can't watch it on a weekly basis. They don't know how to tell a story.
Yeah. Eric was the diehard who tried to hang on.
Did he?
And he fell off the cliff.
How long did he last? He
lasted until maybe last year.
Okay. Yeah, and that's around when the time it died, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't watch it faithfully. I'm be honest, I didn't watch it faithfully, at all. But I tried to get into it, and probably for like the first year, I really tried, and then it just there's no story to it. So it was just watching a whole bunch of guys do flips.
Yeah. So that's essentially what it is, and I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Like, I need everything. I need everything to kind of make sense.
I feel you.
So I'm glad to hear that. I know you want, Matt, who are some people that you like watching now, and what is your Mount Rushmore of wrestling?
So all right, current, and then let's do Mount Rushmore first. So if I had to hit off my Mount Rushmore, I'll mix it up on you. I would go this first spot. I'd probably say it could change month to month depending on what type of mood I'm in. But the way I'm feeling right now, I'll say the first spot will go to Eddie Guerrero. My second spot, I'll give it to, no shocker here, I think every young male has been influenced by this man, The Rock. Third, I'm gonna go the 5-time champion, Booker T. And my fourth one is if you ask me who's the greatest wrestler of all time, it's Rob Van Dam, baby. That's my man. I wanted Eric online because I watched one of your shows where Eric gave him credit. So I was like, I'm dying to let him know that that's my favorite wrestler. But, that's Mount Rushmore right there, man. I love him.
Yeah, Eric loves some RVD. We love RVD on the show. Shout out to RVD. Shout out to RVD,
baby. Shout out to RVD, man.
We love RVD.
But yeah, currently, man, the Usos, I'm big into the bloodline. Huge follower of the bloodline. I love that story. Cody, he's the golden boy, the needed golden boy. I love the what is it? He's kind of following in the John Cena footsteps. So I love that for the WWE that they had that, golden image there. Carmelo, Trick, trying to think who else am I big on? Like I said, the whole bloodline. I ain't gonna name all of them. Yeah, Randy Orton. I don't want to name a whole bunch of wrestlers here, but yeah, man. I like I said, I'm big into currently, but those are my big Mount Rushmores right there.
All right, glad to hear that. So before we get started, we probably had like the worst week in pop culture history last week. So this is not a sad show. We celebrate people on the show. We give people their flowers.
Yes,
So
sir. Yes,
of course, rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. Thank you for that. Thank you for everything you did, King. Cosby Show, I watch it religiously. The Gordon Gartrell is raised to the rafters. Thank you for everything you did. We also lost Ozzy Osbourne. If you're a wrestling fan, you ran across Ozzy all the time. Me personally, like, I'm not sure if this was you, like the WWF or WWE pay-per-view songs, like they would hit.
So like soundtracks right there, baby. You play those, those are soundtracks.
So a lot of those were like on my like gym playlist to this day.
I feel you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Ozzy was heavy into that. So salute to Ozzy. Salute to Ozzy for that.
I love that. Yeah.
I've gotten many "What the hell are you listening to?" thanks to Ozzy, but I love it, and
I love that. Yeah.
So thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Ozzy. Now we're controversial. We call it. John, be nice.
I will.
So we're talking about we lost Hulk Hogan.
Yes, sir.
And love him or hate him, we would not be no wrestling fan would probably be a wrestling fan if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
Touche.
In my opinion, he it's not in my opinion, this is a fact. He saved pro wrestling twice. With Vince McMahon in WrestleMania, and then in the dying mid-90s when nothing was selling, he was a part of the NWO and made wrestling cool again, being the good guy turning into the bad guy. So we lost Hulk Hogan, the biggest impact on the business. So I'm not sure if you have any memories. I'm not sure if you have any thoughts, but actually, I'm sure you have memories because everybody has memories of Hulk Hogan. But some favorite moments, anything positive you have to say?
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, like I told you leading up to the show, man. Controversial, as you said, man. When it comes to Hulk Hogan as the wrestler, he was a superhero for us, man. Growing up, I'm 36 years old. Started watching wrestling early '90s, mid '90s when I really fell in love with it. So the early memories of Hulk Hogan, man, outside of movies and TV shows. Him and Macho Man. So I was a big Macho Man fan. I love Macho Man. But him and Macho Man tag teaming, those were some favorite memories of me. And then you already mentioned the one that nobody will ever forget. The biggest memory of Hulk Hogan to me is him joining NWO. For me anyway. And for me, it's funny. So I was never a fan of NWO, but they were the most necessary evil group of all time, man. I was a big, Sting, Goldberg fan. So whenever the NWA came out, I was always rooting for Goldberg and Sting to stop them. But the NWO, man, they did their thing with Hulk Hogan. So shout out to Hulk, man. Like you said, when it comes to wrestling, he was really the foot of the mountain that is built up to today where wrestling is. So shout out to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. So with me for Hogan, you're a little older than me. So for me, when I started watching Hogan, like the red and yellow, eat your vitamins and stuff like that was pretty much gone for me.
That was gone. Yeah.
So my first introduction to Hulk Hogan, like I knew who he was when he was red and yellow, but I didn't start watching. So like my first was like full on with Hulk Hogan was with the NWO because you couldn't get away from it. Like NWO was everywhere. It was everywhere. At every store, gas stations or whatever. NWO branded anything wrestling was everywhere at that point. So for me, I don't have like I said the early '90s Hulk Hogan, but for me it's like Hulk Hogan. My memories stem from his return in 2002.
Okay.
With the NWO, with the failed bringing back of the NWO, because I remember watching the promo on Raw with Rock and Hogan.
That was
building their WrestleMania 18 match. I remember. WrestleMania 18. That's the moment I remember. I remember watching that live on my.
Yeah, that was classic right there, man.
I remember watching that live on my hot box. Watching the double turn happen. Well, not double turn, but watching the fans back again. I enjoy watching that. But my personal favorite thing of Hulk Hogan was in an episode of SmackDown of 2002 when he brought back the red and yellow. Because Vince McMahon announced he would face Triple H at Backlash, and then Triple H cut a promo. Hogan comes out to Voodoo Child, which is also on that playlist I talked about. The Voodoo Child, and like the crowd's losing their mind. Cole and Taz is selling it. He got the red and yellow back, and then you also see like Triple H like smirking and smiling, things like that.
It. Yep,
he was loving it too, because it was all the feels for him. So those are some of my favorite things about Hulk Hogan. Now, and like I said, like not like this was a time where ring work wasn't as looked upon as it is now, but you can't not have anything good to say about what Hulk Hogan meant to wrestling. You can talk about Terry Bollea, but with the guy you saw on your TV screen for a couple hours, a few days a week, he brought you happiness and he brought you joy.
He definitely did, man. He definitely did.
Yeah. So thank you, Hogan. Thank you. And also, by the way, he's also responsible for some of my favorite good bad things in life.
What do you mean by that? What you talk to me?
So like the term of "it's so bad it's good."
Yeah.
Like a bad movie, it's bad, but you watch it.
But you can't stop watching it. Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
So my top 3 movies are Batman and Robin.
Okay.
I'll watch that every time it comes on. Every single time.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh, Annihilation? Oof.
And the third one is the movie Hogan was in, is Three Ninjas, High Noon at Mega Mountain.
I knew you. I love that movie. I'm a big Three Ninjas fan.
I love them all, but that movie is so bad. But I love it.
It is horrible, but I know exactly. I would watch it too. I ain't mad at you.
It's so bad, but it's good. And my favorite bad pay-per-view of all time. My favorite bad pay-per-view of all time was, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the whole Vince Russo thing about Hogan used his creative control card, but it's Bash at the Beach 2000. That's also my favorite thing to watch, because it's such a mess. So I do enjoy watching that all the time. But thank you, Hulk Hogan, like for all the wrestling memories. We said we would not be here if it was not for you. So thank you, Hogan. So before we get into predicting SummerSlam, we had some things happen in the world of wrestling. So WWE is done with Travis Scott. Thank fucking God. All right. Also, JC Jane won the Knockouts title. Thank you.
Yo, JC Jane. Shout out to NXT.
Yeah, love JC Jane. And training camp is upon us. Eagle season. Let's go.
Let's go, Raiders.
All right. And me and Eric, we hit on this a little bit before the show, but we didn't get into it. But I'm not going to really get deep into this. I'll just say this. Goldberg, this for you, Bobby.
Shut up, bitch.
Thank you. All right.
I love that. Hilarious.
So SummerSlam is this upcoming weekend, the first ever 2-day SummerSlam. And I'm not going to go in the day's order. I'm just going to go in the order I choose to. All right. So I'll start with this right now. So, and it's going to be a street fight, and it's going to be for the WWE Championship. We're going to have John Cena defending his WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. This will be a street fight. And in the last few weeks, I have talked about a potential turn where Cody becomes the villain. I talked about how Cody had to go through his brethren to get to the king, to win the King of the Ring. And we did not do a show to follow up the King and Queen of the Ring. Well, not a champion. We didn't have a show to follow up Night of the Champions, but I thought that match with Randy Orton kind of showed like some heelish tendencies, like he might go there, but Randy Orton also did it as well. So I could be looking too much into that, but Cody Rhodes did kind of go there when it came to that match with Randy Orton. And it's like, also we had that clip of Cody wearing like the Rock's glasses and that Rolex that the Rock had gave him. So he's kind of like leaning into it a little bit, and he's saying how much he needs to beat John Cena. So I'll let you take this first. So give me your thoughts on this, and after your thoughts, who do you have winning?
All right. So once they made it a street fight, it's going to be a lot of interference. So I don't know who's coming out, but it's going to be, I think, more than one person's coming out to interfere in this match. I pray, man. I want Cody to turn heel so bad. So I love everything you're saying. I think John's turning face. So that's why I'm following you, and I think Cody will turn heel during this. The only part that pushes back a little bit on that, and I'm saying to myself, does Triple H want to keep that in his back pocket for a WrestleMania? Because that's going to be huge when Cody turns heel. And I'm going to love Cody. Like, I love Cody now. I love him as a face, what he represents. But when he turns heel, man, I think he's going to skyrocket. So I'm debating if Triple H is going to say that for WrestleMania, if he's going to pull that out at the SummerSlam. With it being the first 2 night, though, I think they are planning something huge. And I think we will see that double turn, man. As far as who's winning it, I think Cody's winning it. I don't know who's coming out. Like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of interference. I don't know who's coming out, but somebody's coming out. And I think Cody's going to pull it out. Cheating and all. I think he's pulling it out. I don't know if it's going to be The Rock, though. So talk to me. What's your thoughts?
So, like, I want a double turn so bad. I really do. Because when Cena turned heel, I was 100% sure he was going to come dressed out, come out like Jacob Toretto, like his Fast and the Furious character. I thought we were going to get him in a white shirt and some Levi jeans and some boots. I just thought that. But when he came out, he said, look, I'm not changing my appearance. You guys dress like me. I don't dress like you.
Like you. Yep.
So I'm looking at that. It's like, yeah, he's right. But then you look at Cody. Cody's like the suit guy, and he's corporate. And yep. I'm not sure. Yep. You're a wrestling fan, so you'll get where I say this. I always say this: high fashion is heelish. I'm not sure if you get where I'm going with that, but dressing nice is not as heelish.
Yep. The faces wear graphic T-shirts and
yes.
stuff.
Yes. So you get where I'm coming from.
Yep.
And like I said, like when Cena said he wasn't going to be at WrestleMania, watching Cody snap and say he also said that he knows what he has to do or whatever. And I think because the problem with Cody was Cody didn't go to where he had to go. Like the ending of WrestleMania was god awful. Even without Travis Scott, it was god awful. Like Cody having that kind of like that second to think like, oh my God, I'm not going to do this. It's like the most ultimate babyface thing that you can actually happen. And it's just like, well, it's like, really, like you really going to let's just not do this or whatever. So I kind of do think Cody's actually going to do what he has to do in this case against John Cena. So I do think he's not going to make that same mistake twice by kind of fall for the bait from John Cena. And I do think that Cody will win the WWE Championship. Now, the double turn thing at this moment in time, I'm not quite sure, but I don't see why we wouldn't get it if Cody wins.
They got to turn John Cena back face at some point. I feel like they're going to before the retirement. They got to soak up all that market money.
Yeah, and it's at this point where with him, I wasn't a fan of the heel turn at first because there were so many unanswered questions. Because there was unanswered questions about with why is he aligning with The Rock?
Right. That made no sense.
Yeah. So it's like we never really got any explanation towards that. So that was a big issue for me, and pretty much every wrestling fan, because like every episode we did, and pretty much everything you saw on TikTok, everything you saw like on TikTok or wherever you get your wrestling stuff is why is like we're not getting answers.
We're not getting answers. When The Rock is going to show up again. Yep. And
it took us like months to actually get why he did what he did, and when he finally gave it to us, it made 100% sense. But it's still not answering the thing with The Rock. Mm-hmm. And I just think Cody's not going to make the same mistake twice. And I think there's a way for him to actually do it. I personally think that Cena, like say Cody wins, Cena actually tries to show a sign of respect, and Cody just go from there and attack Cena after that and turn heel from there. Because at this point, since the heel turn's gotten better, Cena's getting cheered now. He wasn't getting cheered before. Mm-hmm. So now it's pretty much, I think, the perfect time to actually turn him heel. So I am going to be in agreement with you. I think Cody Rhodes will actually win the WWE Championship. All right, so next up, the main event for Saturday night. It's going to be for the heavyweight championship of the world. It's going to be Gunther defending against CM Punk. And one thing, John, that I go on about is Triple H, as much as I love him, that's my GOAT. Right. He doesn't do the best job especially in the last year or so, of giving us length to a lot of things, length to these big matches.
Mhm.
So there hasn't been a lot of like length towards this,
Yep.
and nothing is not much to go, not much for us to go off of when it comes to certain matches. And this is one of these matches, and there's more on this card that will actually have that issue that I have that issue with. So I'm not sure. Did you watch the WWE Unreal show on Netflix?
I haven't watched all of them yet. I watched the first 3 episodes.
Okay, so I watched the first half hour of the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it when I did cardio. I watched it when I did cardio, and what I wanted. And after that, pretty much a lot of things came out. Like like social media kept posting stuff. So this was originally supposed to be the WrestleMania match.
Yep.
The WrestleMania World Title match was supposed to be CM Punk and Gunther, whatever. But we had Punk win that gauntlet match a few weeks ago on Raw. Now he's facing Gunther, and he's saying that he's going to defeat Gunther because he has to. So, you have any thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on both of these guys? Give me what you got.
All right. So, love CM Punk. I'm not gonna go into the history of it, but love CM Punk. Gunther. I like Gunther's potential. Right now, I don't think Triple H is using him to his full potential, but I like what Gunther could represents, and I like what he will be for the future of WWE. I'll be honest with you, I'm 100% have no clue who's going to win this match. This one, because to your point, there's really been no build towards it. My gut is telling me CM Punk, but if you want to build Gunther, he needs this run. So if I had to put my money on it, I would go CM Punk, just because I think they want to put the title on him for a little bit, give him his run before he gets injured, or before it's time for him to hang up the boots. And I would have to put it on CM Punk, man.
All right, so this is another thing I want to bring to you. Also, when it comes, there's limited build to this, but there's something kind of hanging above this match for me, and that is Seth Rollins' injury. Because Seth Rollins' injury.
Okay, let's get into that. Yeah.
And any time an injury happens, we know exactly what it is, and we have an estimated.
Okay, I hear you.
Nothing right now, and that's the thing that's kind of like hanging above my head when I think about this, because Heyman came out and said, after Rollins got hurt, it's like he has a year to cash in this Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yep.
And that is a fact, but that's not a fact that's always brought up. So even if Rollins is hurt for a extended period of time, he still has until June. Right. But the fact that this injury is so on the hush is the thing that's has me thinking that I think Rollins may be okay and may end up cashing in here, because those two, they're still at it. They're still pretty much at each other's necks. And that will be the ultimate. That'll be the ultimate way to kind of get back at Punk and kind of still keep that story going. So what do you think about that?
That's interesting. So I've been I've read those predictions that maybe the Seth Rollins injury is a work. I'll be honest with you. When it first happened, if it's a work, I'll tell you this. This was the best curve WWE has ever done. Faking injury, faking whatever you want to call it, taking a wrestler off screen and shocking their return. This is the best one they've ever. This could potentially be the best one they've ever done if Seth Rollins okay. Because I'll tell you, when that supposed injury occurred, man, my heart stopped. Like, I really thought that man was hurt. So they sold. If it is a sell, they sold it well. Will he come back, cash in, make it a triple threat match while they're both down and win? See, Seth Rollins is known for his cash-ins, man. He's got some of the best cash-ins of all time. He got the best one outside of Naomi's. Naomi's beautiful. But when he cashed in on Brock and Roman, that was probably the best one in my opinion. So I didn't think about that one, man. That's a huge curveball. What I would love if they were going to do that, I would let CM Punk win. Let him and Gunther beat the hell out of each other. Let CM Punk get his win, and then let Seth come in and cash in and just wipe out Punk. Just one good stop and go ahead and take it from him. Just let CM Punk see that light, and then just have Seth Rollins just come dim those lights right back out. I would love that. But yeah, I wasn't thinking that one. That'd be interesting, man.
Yeah, and I like the interaction between these two. I think Gunther is really underrated on the mic. Sometimes he's great, but I think sometimes there's nothing for him to do a lot.
Yes,
he's a valid opponent, so it does him a disservice. Yep. But I think this is actually really good, and I like for this to go longer if there is no Seth Rollins involvement, because I think Gunther really stood his own against Punk on the mic.
I agree.
I do think Punk is going to win, especially since we found out that this was originally supposed to be the WrestleMania 41 match. So I do think Punk is going to win. And like I said, that cash-in is still like in my mind, because like I said, we know absolutely nothing.
You're gonna have me thinking about that the whole match now.
Yeah, so we know absolutely nothing about Rollins' injury. He even did like a little media tour. He was on the Rich Eisen show, didn't give us anything. But I will go with CM Punk, so we're in agreement on that. And this is another match coming up that we don't have a lot to go off of. We got Roman and Jey Uso, the Bloodline, taking on Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed of Seth Rollins' group. So, thoughts on this?
Yeet, shout out to Jay, my man. I got the Bloodline, Roman Reigns and Uso winning this one. So I think this was supposed to be Seth's match right here. Him and Roman. I think they had to throw a curveball. That's why we kind of got this match out of nowhere. Huge Braun Breaker fan. Love the potential and future match of him versus Roman Reigns one-on-one. I think that's probably where they should have went with this on SummerSlam. I know they wanted to get Jay on the card, but I would have just probably went Roman Reigns Breaker. In regards to it, I think it's going to be your typical tag match. I don't think anything too extraordinary is going to happen. To your point, if Seth's going to return, I don't think it's going to be during this match. I think it'd be to cash in. So I don't think we're going to get any surprises, anything like that. I think Roman Reigns and Jay is going to take it. The only reason I think that is because Breaker and Reed got the last laugh on SmackDown and Raw. But they got the last laugh beating them down. So I think Roman Reigns and Jay going to take them at SummerSlam.
Yeah. So, and by the way, this is Eric's joke, by the way. Like, when they told Roman that Bronson's going to take your shoes off, Roman changed his fucking shoes because holding up some spizz like it's trash. Get that the shit. Get that out of here. All right,
that's hilarious. I love that.
But as I said, I talked about this. There's not much to go off of. Roman returns, saves Jay. He does it again, and he has a couple interactions with him. Roman versus Braun, I do believe, is a future WrestleMania main event. I'm a huge Braun Breaker fan. Even the small interaction they had even before this entire storyline, I thought I was really good. Like them in the Royal Rumble, I thought was actually really good as well. I don't have a lot to say because I do think this is pretty much kind of thrown together. I do think Roman versus Seth was the original match, but due to the quote unquote injury, it's not happening. So I am going to go with the Bloodline as well. Next up, we are going to have we're going to stay in the Bloodline here. We're going to go the steel cage match for the United States title. Solo Sikoa defending against Jacob Fatu. Now, give me your thoughts on these. On what you think about these two guys.
Love them both, man. I'm a huge fan of both of them. Like I said, I'm a big Bloodline guy. Jacob, I love his character. I love Jacob. Just his seeing the behind the scenes. Speaking of Unreal, getting to see him behind scenes. I love his character, his personality. Excuse me. But I love how he can switch it on because he's a completely different person than his character. But love how he can just flip it on. So love him on the mic, love him in the ring. He can, big guy, but can, do RVD type things. So love him. Solo, I really came around. So I love Solo when he first came to NXT. Love him when he first joined the roster. It kind of in the Bloodline, I think he kind of got lost a little bit, living in Roman Reigns' shadow. When he first started taking leadership, I think he got off to a slow start. But I love the serious / comedic act that he has going on now. That to me, he's hilarious. There's certain facial expressions that he does, just certain body language that he has going on. So like I said, huge fan of both of them. As far as when it comes to this match, this rivalry, I'm actually not a huge fan of this rivalry because I like them both so much. It's tough for me to pick a winner. I think Solo's going to walk away with it just because I think he has the interference. This is a cage match, so anything goes. I definitely think the Bloodline, was it the MTF? Is that
MFT?
Excuse me, MFT is going to get involved. So I think due to that, I think Solo's going to walk away with this one.
All right, so I'm glad you talked about the character change for Solo, because looking back on it, last summer, the summer of Solo was not good.
It ain't hit. It ain't hit.
It was not good. But this Solo,
man,
give me this.
Yes, he's hilarious now.
Give me this, because because he looks so much more comfortable.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna sit there and say that he didn't do anything good last summer. Like the whole he did the whole Paul Heyman thing when they put him through the table and stuff like that. That was great. But other than that, looking back on it, it wasn't that great. The Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, they do nothing. And then Jacob Fatu comes in and just cleans the house, and he's awesome. But last year, like looking back at the summer of Solo and that Solo tribal chief thing wasn't the best. In my looking back at it, in my opinion, because this is awesome. Like he looks so much more comfortable. He looks like he's being himself, and you can kind of see like that personality he has is similar to his brothers.
Yep.
And that's coming out, and I really am enjoying it. And I do kind of like the storyline of them basically saying, look, like how it started of Solo saying, look, he needs my guidance, he needs me, or whatever. I'm doing everything for him. So I really did like that aspect of it. And I was a big fan of what happened at Money in the Bank, because at Money in the Bank, when he came out, he just wrecked shop. And then
everybody.
he just cleaned house. And when it came to Braun Breaker and them too, he cleaned house. And I really did enjoy watching that. And when it comes to this, I'm not sure if you're like in the know of what happened. So Rikishi and Haku have canceled their WrestleCon appearance for Saturday. Okay. So the speculation is that they'll be in some form involved in something on screen, maybe a quick appearance, whatever. But the rumor mill is going around that they're supposed to get involved in this after their cancellation of their appearance for Saturday.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it. Rikishi's not my favorite person in the world because he talks too much, in my opinion.
Your opinion down, man. I hear you.
But I'm really looking forward to this match, and I do like the inclusion of Hikuleo, and I'm a big Jeff Cobb fan. Jeff Cobb, a former friend of the show. Shout out to Jeff Cobb.
I don't think he's going to be in that group too much longer. But I think he's a huge or great wrestler. Excuse me. I don't think he's going to be in that group. Former friend of the show. Big Jeff Cobb fan. So nice. I'm looking forward to this. I do think that Jacob is actually going to regain his U.S. title at this point, because they're really high on Jacob Fatu at this point. I think it's the perfect situation, and especially if you're going to get Rikishi and Rikishi Haku potentially involved, and you already know that Jimmy's going to come out not too far behind when it comes to Jacob. So I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. Did you give your pick? Yeah, I gave Solo. I think Solo's gonna walk away.
Okay, so we got Solo for that. All right, so next up, we're gonna go. Let's go here. I'm curious what you think about this, or if you have any real thoughts about this. The WIC title's on the line. Becky Lynch is going to defend against Lyra Valkyria. No holds barred. And if Becky wins, Lyra cannot challenge for the championship anymore.
Yep.
Now, do you have any thoughts on this entire thing? Because with me and Eric, I'm a huge Chelsea Green fan. So yes. she could do no wrong in my
eyes. 100%.
So when she was the WUS champion and Lyra was the WIC champion, she was so much more interesting than what Lyra was doing. And when it came to this Becky thing, it brought stuff out of Lyra that we didn't know that we didn't know that we hadn't seen yet. Like Lyra has a little more personality. Lyra is more comfortable on the mic. Lyra has more substance in her matches opposed to just wrestling Dakota Kai in rematches for the title.
Hey, 3 rematches ain't no wrong with that.
Yeah, so and I think Lyra's cut a bunch of good promos. I think the matches have been good. The triple threat to Open Evolution was amazing. I thought their first match was really good. So what are your thoughts on this entire thing?
All right, so I'm glad you went down this rabbit hole, because I didn't know you were going to go here, but I do have thoughts on this match. So I'll start with my Lyra. Um, I'm I'm not a huge fan of Lyra, so that's why I love your comment. So we can go a little back and forth on this one. I love her in ring. I think she still has some work to do on the mic. Sometimes I can see through her confidence. Um, like I said, great in ring performer. Just got to work on that mic skill, and then I think she can be in that class of the next big girls, the Biancas, the Arias. But until she gets better on the mic, I don't really see her in that window. Um, when it comes to Becky, I think to be real with you, I love Becky, but I think her prime is behind her. I do think she's going to walk out with this championship, though. The reason I think so is because once they made it that street fight, something's going to go down, and Bayley's sitting there waiting in the shadows. And we don't have her on the card. We didn't have her at WrestleMania. She's going to make an impact on SummerSlam. I know I've heard the rumor with the whole Cardi B. She may make an impact with Cardi B, but if that's all we get from Bayley, I don't think that's enough. To me, I'm a huge Bayley fan. One of the greatest matches is her versus Sasha Banks NXT Takeover. One of the matches that made me cry in my life.
I was there.
Were you really?
I cry like a bitch.
That's why we were meant to be, man. That's why we were meant to be, man. I don't tell too many people that story. So, but yeah, man, that's to me is top 3, and it ain't number 3 greatest matches of all time. But yeah, so like I said, huge Bayley fan. So to me, it'd be a disservice, man, if we don't get her involved here. What I'm hoping is Bayley aligns with Becky, and they form a dominant duo. But I think Becky's walking out with this one. I don't think Lyra's going to get another IC title match. Not saying she's not deserving of it. I just think she's going to move on to something else. But I think Becky's walking out with this one.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm glad you talked about Bayley, because I'm shocked that it's Lyra in this match. When I found out that it was supposed to be a number one contenders match, I thought Bayley was going to win because Bayley still hasn't gotten that one-on-one match.
Yep.
And when they always put that stipulation in of you can never challenge for the title again, the challenger usually wins. But the thing, because I can see Lyra winning this match because Becky is kind of bringing something out of her and taking her to that next level that she has to be at. Because like I said, like the promos said, I'm not saying they've been great, but they've been way better. She seems more comfortable. Not the most. She's not like on the couch comfortable, but she's comfy. And I said the in ring has never been the problem. It's always been like the personality, the edge, in the mic, and talking on the mic. But I think that in this entire thing, she's kind of gotten that. And I do think that Lyra versus Bayley can be the feud coming out of this, but it just kind of messes with my head that Becky's the one that took out Bayley, and those two are not having a one-on-one match for the WIC championship. So that's just a little bit strange to me. But they can move forward with the 3 of these women still. But I'm gonna go with Lyra to win, and I do think that Bayley will end up turning heel on Lyra because Bayley still kind of has a point up to actually turn on Lyra. So I am going to go with Lyra to regain the WIC championship, and I do think Bayley will turn heel on Lyra. Or better yet, maybe even Lyra turns heel on Bayley, because a lot of people, they're not really going to boo Bayley.
Interesting. You know what? That's interesting. I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, that's another way to look at it. And Eric is a big fan of Bayley, so I'll just play this for him.
Lord have mercy.
We're going to stay in the women's division. We're going to go women's world title rules. Rhea Ripley challenging Rhea Ripley and Io Sky challenging Naomi. What you got for me, John?
All right, so I'm loving this match, man. Huge fan of all 3 of these women. Story-wise, it threw me a curveball. I didn't see Naomi, like I said, cashing in. That is probably it has to be the greatest female cash-in of all time. It was beautifully executed. But throwing her into this matchup to me is the kind of ultimate curveball I see coming out of this. Naomi walking away with her championship. Too much, she's on a rocket right now when it comes to as a heel. You don't put a championship on her and take it off this quickly. Plus, she has a whole story to tell with that belt with Bianca and Jade. So I 100% think she's walking away with that. And you have you're gonna split this match into 2 stories. You got somehow you're gonna work Naomi to Jade, which we'll get to later. And you got Io and Rhea got unfinished business in a one-on-one rivalry. Rhea has to get her win at some point over Io Sky. I just don't know what the turn is in this match. Meaning, yeah, Naomi's walking out of Hill, but one of them two are two, either Rhea or Io, and I don't know which one it's going to be. But I got Naomi winning this match. She's going to find some way. Whoever's not turning Hill, the face is going to hit their finishing move on the person that did the turn for the Hill. Naomi's going to come, steal the win, get the 3 count, and keep her belt. But yeah, I got Naomi taking this one.
So when Naomi, you talked about the cash in. The cash in was amazing. I'm not gonna sit there and just put it into best women's cash in. I think that's one of the best cash ins, point blank, period.
100%.
Because the next match I'll get into got like the air let out of it because of that cash in, and I was not expecting this. Naomi's been awesome though. The promo where she had backstage when she yelled Stephanie Vaquer's name, awesome. Like,
I love it.
I could not stop watching it because it was so funny. I could not stop watching it. The promo that she had the night after she won the Raw after she won the championship, I thought was really good. And this entire character for Naomi, I think, has been excellent for her, because when it came to Naomi, she was so stale for the longest time, and at a certain point in time, it's like, I don't know what the glow is anymore. At this point, it's just you come out with these wigs, and it's like, okay, that's it. There's no substance. I never thought she was like the best promo, the best talker, or whatever. But she's proved me wrong in this.
Yeah.
When it comes to this right now, and right now, if I had to vote today, she'll get my award for Women's Wrestler of the Year, because I think she's actually been really that good in all aspects, especially with the whole story with Bianca and Jade, and her role has been fantastic.
Yes,
and I don't think this is actually going to end right now. I think Naomi will retain her women's championship, and I do think that she's going to end up she's going to have a great match with Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. So we're in agreement on that. And the match I told about that has a lot of the air let out of it is Tiffany and Jade for the women's championship, with the cash in. Well, with Naomi holding the briefcase and Jade beating Naomi at Evolution and WrestleMania, I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for the cash in to be here, so she could finally get one up on Jade, and then she also have kind of not one up on Bianca, but have something to hold over Bianca's head, because now she's the champion, and now we can also lead to that big 3 triple threat match between those 3. But now we don't have that. We don't have much of a build towards this. So this match kind of just has a lot of air let out of it for me. And as from an in-ring perspective, I'm not sure what to expect, because we all know Jade isn't the best worker. Tiffany is great, but I'm not sure what to expect from Jade from this match. I'm not sure where their chemistry level is going to be. And the only thing we've gotten so far, we have SmackDown to come. The only thing we've gotten out of this so far was pretty much a tug of war over the title.
Over the belt. Yep.
That's it. So if you have anything to say, go ahead. But I'm going to go with Jade to win the title. Give me what you got.
All right, so I got Tiffany winning it. I'll tell you my thoughts on what I think is coming out of this. So in regards to how this match is going to go, I think it's going to be the quickest match on the card. No shade to either female. You said it, Jade still, she's growing. She's grown a lot since her AEW days, but I don't think she can carry a match, and I don't see Tiffany carrying her in a long match on this one. So I think it's probably one of the quickest matches on the card. But I think Tiffany's going to pull it out. I think with the draft coming up, I think that's how they're going to get back to the Jade, Naomi, Bianca feud, because I don't think that's anywhere close to being over. So I don't think they're going to have the bet on Jade and Naomi. So I'm pulling Tiffany out on this one.
All right, so we're split on that one, and now this next match, I wasn't for it, but when I sat down and thought about it, I was like, this is really good.
I love this match.
Like the idea of this is really good. So we got Raquel and Roxanne defending their W Tag Team titles against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and as my thumbnail says, who will become best friends? Because that's what this match is about, pretty much. Roxanne and Raquel's not trying to really acknowledge Roxanne. Charlotte's becoming happy all the time and like friendly, and Alexa's trying not to have it. Yeah, but pretty much whoever wins this match, they'll become best friends essentially. So what are your thoughts on this?
All right, so I low key love this match. It's not on the top of the card, but I think it's a cute little story that's going on. I like Roxanne in ring. I like her character. Roxanne to me is one of the best females that we got. Only 21, 22 years old. I think her future is bright in WWE. So love her as a character. Love Bliss. Love Flair. Love Rodriguez. But when it comes to kind of the dynamic of Bliss and Flair, I like them as a duo. I like them as a team. I see the potential of a lot more story they can tell together. But at the same time, I'm saying to myself, how long would they build it between one of them pulls the trigger? One of them is going to turn on each other at some point. As far as Perez and Rodriguez, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE kept them together, even through the Judgment Day, because at some point Liv's going to come back and crash all of that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they. So I guess I will go. I don't know. I'm split on this one. I could see either one of them winning this and making sense. I can see the story coming out of it either way for both. I'm gonna go Perez and Rodriguez because I really don't think their friendship is really going to get ruined until Liv comes back. So I'm gonna, like I said, 51%. I'm gonna go with them.
All right, so I'm pretty much going to echo pretty much everything you said because, like, Liv, like I said, when it comes to Roxanne and Raquel, Liv is kind of like hanging around with this too because when it comes to Liv's injury and the way Finn's been acting,
I love Finn.
Finn's been awesome. I was always a big Finn fan, but like a lot of things to do with him wasn't. Yeah. I wasn't clicking with me, but this is awesome.
He found this character
because he hates Liv, and and the fact that like they won the tag titles when Liv left or whatever, so everybody in the group has gold.
Everybody has belts. Yep.
So it's kind of like, all right, so like now you're gone now. Now, like we all like we're doing good without you. So that's the thing that I like about it, and I do think Roxanne and Raquel are going to win because it's like, all right, we're still doing good without you. And now the shoulder injury that Liv has, they said she's out for like a lengthy amount of time, whatever. But the last time, I'm not sure if it's the last shoulder injury she had, but the last one she had, she was only going for 2 months.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if it's going to be that same amount of length, or quick turnaround, but they can kind of drag that out a little bit when it comes to this. So I do think that it's more beneficial for Roxy and Raquel to win this match because on the other end with Charlotte and Alexa, you see how reluctant Alexa is to kind of like bring it in with the heart and kind of say we're friends or whatever. So I could kind of like see like Alexa's like, look, you're getting too close. Like you're getting too. We're not friends. You know what I'm saying? I could see that. I could see that happening. So, but I'm going to go with Roxy and Raquel to retain the title. But that whole dynamic on the other side of Alexa and Charlotte, I think is going to implode with Alexa saying, "Look, we were never supposed to be friends, and here you are trying to be my friend."
Trying to be all over me,
yeah. Even though like WWE, it's hard because like WWE they like created merch for them and things like that. Like we're not friends shirts and apparel and things like that. So it's like, well, they kind of invested into it a little bit, but I do think it's more beneficial for Roxy and Raquel to retain the titles. And who knows? Like Charlotte and Alexa, they still might be a tag team after this.
I think they will. I don't think they're going to pull the trigger this quick. There's so much potential in keeping them together and then having one of them turn on each other. I don't think they're going to do it this quickly. And I think they're also playing to, they wanted, Charlotte's been on a press tour telling her story. They want Charlotte to become that big baby face. And this is between me and you and Charlotte's entire career at WWE, I can't think of when she's been more over as a babyface than right now. So I think they're going to play that up a little bit more. And then to your point, I do think Alexis is going to be the one to turn on her. But I just don't see it happening this early. But I do, like you said, I think it's more beneficial for Roxy and Rodriguez to pull this out.
Yeah, and I meant to bring that up during my Evolution review that Charlotte in that match, the reaction she was getting, the way her performance in that match, I thought was really good. And everybody's kind of like buying into this like friend thing. So when Alexa kind of like breaks her heart,
It's gonna be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful because Charlotte's the one that you would expect to do that, but it's actually Alexa. So I'm in agreement with you on everything like that. So the next match, this is more interesting because me and Eric have not even talked about this guy,
Okay.
or gave any thoughts on this entire situation. So we got Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross.
Ooh, okay. Yep.
Going one-on-one at SummerSlam, and Kross says if he defeats Sami, Sami has to tell him he was right. Have you seen that promo that was going around after WrestleMania of Karrion Kross talking about how he's not been on the card?
Yeah, they did podcast.
Yep.
Yep. The best promo, I think it saved his career. So this one is interesting. I think they already played in my opinion, they played their cards wrong on this one already. I would have let Kross win that first matchup they had. I think they should have strapped a rocket to Kross and just let him take off. I think they kind of missed his window, in my opinion. I think they probably are looking back. The fact that they're playing it back, Sami already won. So the fact that they're playing it back, I think they are going to try to, see if they can give Kross that push. But I would have gave it to him a few months ago. But I think Kross is going to win this one. Otherwise, what's the point of the rematch? Or I'm just thinking this one. I wasn't thinking this one before. Do you see a double turn in this one?
No, I don't. See,
okay.
So, well, I'll ask you this question after, but this is kind of what the thing with Karrion Kross.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Karrion Kross, but I like the kind of character that he's been for a little while now. It's kind of like he's kind of like the devil on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I can't see Sami winning this match and going on to challenge Punk if Punk is still going to be the champion. Because I'm not sure you remember, but a couple months ago, I believe it was like King of the Ring time or something like that. Sami and Punk had some interactions or whatever. So I can kind of see Sami like finally turning heel because his whole thing has been like, I got to get to the world title. I got to get to the world title. So there's a path for him to get there, and it could be because of Karrion Kross. Because he also said, like Sami also said, Karrion Kross, if I beat you, you have to go away. Like it's done. This is over.
Yep, this is over. Yep.
So I do think that Karrion Kross does have like some valid points, and he's going to tap into something for Sami Zayn's character to go to the next level. Because Sami Zayn has been consistent about how he wants the world title, an opportunity at the world title. So I do think that Karrion Kross will win this match. I really do.
Okay.
I really do. Now, give me your thoughts on Karrion Kross, because Karrion Kross is somebody that, that promo is something that got him a lot of attention, but I didn't hear all this positivity about Karrion Kross before this promo. So what are your thoughts on Karrion Kross as a performer?
I think he has the potential. So I think the mic skills, he has it. It's just a matter of WWE letting him run wild. In ring, I think he's your traditional wrestler. Nothing's going to wow you. Nothing's going to surprise you in ring wise, but it doesn't have to. He knows how to tell a story in ring. And that's what I mean by he's a traditional wrestler. So as long as he can tell the story in and outside the ring, I think he has the potential. I'm not saying he's he's going to be a Cody Rhodes type, but can he be on the level of LA Knight? 100%. It's just a matter of, I just don't, like I said, for me personally, I would have already given him the opportunity after that promo. That's why I think WWE kind of lost some of the momentum with him. And it's kind of tough for me to see like them going full, just push on him off of like building off of Sami Zayn, I guess. But like I said, I like him. I'm still trying to see if WWE is going to give him that opportunity.
Yeah. So the thing with Karrion Kross, for me, I've always liked him. I thought the presentation was always top notch. NXT, huge fan.
NXT, yes. Yep. He was huge. Yep.
Huge fan of NXT. When he came back, I was excited. I was so excited because I was like, all right, like look, I think Vince kind of messed him up when he first got called up. He had him lose 2 matches to Jeff Hardy, and he had him wearing that damn mask.
The damn mask, yes, and that weird outfit, yes.
And that weird skirt or whatever. So I thought when he got back in Triple H, I was like, okay, here we go. This is going to work because I think his presentation is great. Like even when he has everything. Like even when AOP came back for that short amount of time, and he kind of like had that vignette talking about he was bringing in authors and he could deliver it all. It's just the fact that when it comes to when he gets out there with the audience, it's just like, all right, like they're not really reacting much to him. But I don't think that's his fault. I think he's not put in the right situations and positions because when he first came back a couple years ago, I believe it was Drew he was feuding with, and after that he kind of just went in limbo. Went in limbo. Wasn't really doing anything. And even like with the AOP thing, that when they were feuding with the Profits and Lashley, that didn't really have anything to go with it either. So, and he cuts that promo WrestleMania weekend. It's just like, all right, well. Okay, now you guys all of a sudden like him after this promo. In WWE, they're not doing the most, still not the most with him. Like he's still playing that kind of like the devil over your shoulder kind of guy. And that's really good. But that devil over your shoulder thing, that has to lead to something for that person.
Right.
For him to be like, you know what? Well, you know what? I was right. And I think this is the time that can actually happen because I do think Sami Zayn's going to go into a feud with CM Punk if Punk does win the World Championship.
I would like to see that. Bringing a little of that evilness out of Sami Zayn. I would like that.
Yeah, and also I do think they're leaving like a lot of money on the table as a company when it comes to him and Scarlett because Scarlett, Lord have mercy, they're leaving so much on the table when it comes to them.
That's why I said it doesn't make sense to me that right after that WrestleMania, they just didn't let him skyrocket. Kind of like what happened with Jay. They saw the fan reaction to Jay, and they strapped a rocket to him. I'd do the same thing with Karrion Kross. Like I said, I don't see him. You know, he may not never be WWE champion or anything, but he could hold a mid-card title and run with it for a while. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, this next match, John, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't care. I haven't watched a thing. I don't have an opinion. Randy Orton. Randy Orton's with Jelly Roll to take on Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say. This is you.
Shout out to Drew. I hope. Well, number one, I hope Drew can make it because I just read that his passport still hasn't been cleared. So hope you can make it, man. But yeah, I feel you, man. I don't know what they're doing with this match. With their celebrities, I know they love bringing the celebrities, try to get more eyes on it. But I'm like, I'll be honest with you, of all the celebrities, I've never been a huge fan. Even when you go back to, I know I'm a little bit older than you. Even when you go back to when Mike Tyson came in, it was cool, but he wasn't wrestling. It was not like he was doing anything like that was. Oh wow, so I've never been a huge fan with the celebrities. Logan Paul, I know he's quote unquote a celebrity. At least he can wrestle, so appreciate him for that. Randy Orton's the man, but they should have just made this a one-on-one match with these two in their guest corner. Yeah, I'm not excited to see Jelly Roll fight anybody. So is this one I can skip to your point? Yeah, but who do I got winning it? I guess you're gonna let Jelly Roll win it. So. Yeah, I guess I'll go Orton with an RKO out of nowhere on Paul because Drew McIntyre is not taking a pin to Jelly Roll. So RKO out of nowhere to Paul, Jelly Roll will get the 3 count.
Yeah, so I hate celebrity involvement, but I'm not saying that it can't be good.
It's rare when it is, but I hear you.
Like when Bad Bunny came, that was awesome.
That was good. That was good.
That was awesome.
I give you that.
Priest,
yeah, his match was good. Yeah, I give you that one. Yep.
Yeah. So like it's hit or miss for me. Like I don't like it, but when it's good, I will say it's good. But I have nothing to say about this because even last year, before SummerSlam, Jelly Roll was performing, I wanted him to get off the screen so bad. Just start the show.
Just start the show.
So I have nothing to say about this. I really don't. So.
I can't blame you, man.
So I'm going to go with Randy Orton and Jelly Roll, but I have nothing to say about this. In a couple of quick hits for the rest of the card, we got Dom defending his IC title.
Shout out to Dom.
Against AJ Styles. What do you got for me?
So this was tough to call too. I'm going to go with Dirty Dom. I'll tell you my theory behind why. So huge Dirty Dom fan. Like I told you, Eddie Guerrero is one of my on my Mount Rushmore. Dirty Dom has taken everything from Eddie Guerrero and put a twist on it, made it his own. So I love it. You know, I'm
What's
not a
his father?
hater. I'll give you that. But no, he's put his own twist on it. I love Dom's character, the comedic aspect of the in-ring. He's grown so much on mic. Future star of WWE in my opinion. Love Dom. I think Dom is going to pull this one out. I love the comedy aspect of this story. I know some people have wanted to see a little bit more. WWE do a little bit more with AJ. Potentially, put him in the title role. I'll tell you why I think Dom's going to win. Number one, I think Dom is too big of a star. I know he's about to get involved with AAA. I think he's going to become the AAA champion as well. So I think they're going to have 2-belt Dom. But I think they're going to do a little bit with AJ and TNA. The fact that they had that involvement. I know he came back recently just to kind of show his face, but I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of let him do a little bit of his time is coming towards the end. I wouldn't be surprised if they let him have a little bit of run at TNA. Potentially, I would love to see him. I don't know if they're going to do this, but I would love to see him be the one to beat Trick and become TNA champion. But I think Dom's going to pull this one out. Dom, to me, is too big of a star for you to take that title off of.
Yeah, I agree. It has been fun, especially since Dom had that injury, like you said, and then AJ's kind of been like trolling him, like trying to find him. It's been really fun. It really has. And I did see Dom pop up in AAA as well. I did see that. So I do think Dom is going to retain his championship, and that also adds to the whole Judgment Day storyline of the Judgment Day keeping all their titles, staying intact while Liv's away. So I am in agreement with you when it comes to that. By the way, you talked about TNA. I forgot to ask at the top, bring this up at the top of the show, but I did watch TNA Slammiversary last week, and I haven't watched a TNA pay-per-view in years.
Same here. Yeah,
and I like
it was amazing though. Yeah.
It was like JC Jane winning was the thing that like sold me. Like, I got some downs. Let me watch this. So I watched it, and I was like, this was awesome. And AJ Styles comes out, but I was a big fan of Leon Slater. He defeated Moose.
I love Moose, man. I'm a big Moose fan. But yeah, that was a great match too. Yeah.
I was never a Moose guy. Over the years, I never gave time a day or whatever. I have seen him live in action a few times.
Okay.
But the match he had with Leon Slater was awesome. I thought he sold for Leon Slater. He sold for him amazing. He made everything look great when it came to him and made it look believable. And Leon Slater, he became one of my favorite wrestlers just off that match alone. Like that, a Swanton 450 is crazy. It's crazy.
Did you see the one he did from off of the X?
I did not. I gotta watch it.
When you see that one, your mouth's gonna be open for a couple minutes. That one's crazy, man.
Because my mouth was open the first time I saw it. Wow, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
like the elevation you have to get to actually
he's basically
perform that.
He's basically today's version of Jeff Hardy. That boy's crazy.
Yeah, and those are the people. He's the one that he looks up to Jeff Hardy as well. And I was really impressed. Eric's not here, but I want to bring it up because he sent me a thing of Tessa Blanchard, and I wanted to bring her up because man, that girl gets some heat. To this day, that girl gets some heat.
Oh my, she deserves it.
Oh my god!
Just ask Chelsea about her. Chelsea will tell you about her.
And the funny thing is, we went to All In, the first one.
Okay.
And unknowingly, we stayed at the hotel with the talent.
Wow. Okay.
So everybody's there.
It's passing through. That's dope.
So when we get to the hotel, check in, we go to the lobby bar, and we're walking past. I'm like, holy shit, that's Brandy. Brandy's just sitting down talking to somebody, and then the wrestlers are like coming in, following in. Like the Bucks are downstairs, Cody's downstairs. I end up sitting next to her dad, Tully Blanchard.
I love that.
I just sit down. I'm like, that's Tully.
I love that.
And then like we end up buying Hangman a beer.
Oh wow.
We bought Hangman a beer, and we rolled the elevator with Chelsea and Britt. And now I'm not some mark that be like, they know I'm here for the fucking show. Now, I'm not some Mark that be like, oh my god, well, yeah. I keep it player. You know, it's like some stay silent. You know, have a great show tonight, guys. We give a player, but mind you, so Tess is there too. So mind you, so they're friends at this time. So like I see them interacting with each other and stuff like that. Like we get back to the hotel, all the weird fans found out where the talent's at, trying to get autographs and stuff. So everybody's signing autographs and things like that. And then she's like, Tessa's yelling to Chelsea, I got your food. We got your food. But it's like they're all friends. And then like whatever happens. And like we're covering it. It's like, wow, but I thought they were friends. We just saw this.
Big happened. Yeah, something happened.
Yeah, so something happened within that year because like we just saw them. They were friends. They were chopping it up. They were together. They were eating dinner together and ordering stuff together, hanging out. It's like I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, like she gets some heat to this day. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, this is wild.
She's a heel for the rest of her career, man. She ain't got no choice.
Because some people were like, well, she should like invade with NXT. I'm like.
Nah, WWE don't want to touch her. Though.
They ain't touching that.
Yeah, WWE ain't touching her. Nah,
because she's still getting your racist chance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they want no parts. I did want to bring that up. Yeah, she's good. I was always a big Tessa Blanchard fan. The first time I saw her, like in those early, like when she was like an enhancement talent for NXT, I thought she was great, and I wanted them to sign her so bad. Even like in the Mae Young Classic first started.
Yeah.
When I saw she was in, I was like, I hope she wins. But then she's out first round, and then it's just like, why is nobody signing her? I thought it was really odd. And then you hear all these things about attitude problems, not good in locker room.
Problems, yeah.
It's like, well, I guess that's the case, but because I didn't see any reason why they wouldn't sign her at that point. But I'm a big Tessa Blanchard. I think she gets a ton of heat, and it was mind blowing to me that this is still a thing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then the final match on the card, I do not have anything to say, but this match is going to be awesome.
The TLC?
Yes, I have. I said I have nothing really much to say because Triple H has done booking the tag team division a bit of a disservice. But I'm not sure if you saw that tag match on the SmackDown after WrestleMania. With the Street Profits and Motor City Machine Guns and DIY.
Yeah.
That match is a match of the year contender for me.
Yeah, that match was great. Yep.
And that match was awesome. And now you add Fraxium and the Wyatt Six in this, and I can't wait for it. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So yeah, I was gonna say I'm seeing pure madness, man. So of course, everybody's one of the greatest matches of all time, SummerSlam, TLC. Hardy Boys, Dudley's, Edge, Christian. I'm picturing that with 20 times as many stunts being performed.
Yes.
I knew they were going to do something with the tag team division. I didn't think they were going to throw them all in this match. With Ray Phoenix, Andrade, this is going to be crazy, man. Do I gotta predict this one? I gotta say who's going to win?
I don't care. I don't care who wins because this is gonna be awesome.
Exactly. Like who cares? I have no clue who's gonna win. It doesn't even matter. Like because they're all just gonna still be fighting anyway, so it don't matter. I don't think I love Street Profit. Between me and you, I'm waiting for Street Profit to go solo. But
we've been waiting for that for years.
Yeah, I think they got so much potential as solo talent, but I don't think they're gonna get the titles right back. It's too much talent in this tag team division. Either Fraxum. White Six may retain. I would love to be honest with you. I'd love to see Ray Phoenix get it, but I think they're probably going to wait for him and his brother to have a title run together for their first kind of run. I'm either going to throw out there Fraxum or White Six.
I'm gonna go with the White Six to retain because there's way too much going on. and when that happens, you just pick the champion to retain.
Yeah,
but I just think this match is going to be completely insane, and I can't wait.
There's going to be so much chaos in that match. Good gracious!
All right, so that is it for the SummerSlam card. Is there anything else that you want to discuss, John?
No, I think we got everything cool. Everything I wanted to get to, man. I'm good.
All right. So I hope everybody enjoys their SummerSlam weekend. Stay safe. Make sure to subscribe. thumbs up and turn on your post notifications. Oh, and by the way, San Diego Comic-Con was this past weekend. You guys saw the reveals. Use code MMadness at ringside to save 10% off all your pre-orders. So for John Wilder, I'm Aaron Lloyd, and we'll see you guys soon.
Got him now, put him down right now, hit him with the palm handle. Tuning up the band, y'all don't understand. Fist of Superman, it's a SummerSlam. Here we go again. Fans marking man, I hate my balls. Shut the Vince McMahon, it ain't safe to land off the cell. Fans love it, ain't hard to tell. Talking madness, awesome. Well, what I'm cooking, man, y'all off the smell.